Hello, amazing humans. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really close to my heart. Okay? And that is your schedule. And why in the world would that be really close to my heart? Because your time is so valuable. We have the same 24 hours in a day. And so I want you to be able to use your 24 hours the way you truly want to and need to use them. Hello, I'm Carol Lee. I'm a systems and productivity strategist for neurodivergent entrepreneurs just like you. And I really want to show you today my framework on scheduling. Okay. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them below. And while you're down there, let me know how you feel about your schedule. Is it crazy chaotic? Is it stressful? Like, what are the feelings around your schedule right now? Let me know in the comments. So here are the 3 T's of scheduling, okay? So we have number 1 here is time themes, number 2 is task buckets, and number 3 is time boxing, okay? And so you might have heard of some of these things, especially the time boxing or even time blocking. If you need to know more about time boxing versus time blocking, go ahead and click the video above and I go into the differences in there and how they're both beneficial for different things. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my 3 T's of scheduling. This is a framework that is completely flexible to you as a human. All right, so this is something that you may have been taught a little bit or bits and pieces, but when we put it together in this unique framework, it is magic, okay? So step 1 here is to essentially look at your schedule, okay? We're looking at our day-to-day things. What is on our schedule? What are we doing? I want you to get rid of all the clutter. Okay, the things that are on your schedule that just simply don't vibe with you for whatever reason. Okay, they take your energy. Okay, and it's not good taking your energy. If you cannot get rid of these things, then I totally understand it, but we need to limit them. So if you have something on your schedule that normally, Monday through Friday you have to do, let's try to limit it to 2 days a week. Okay? Let's not suck all that energy away from us every single day while trying to do that one thing, okay? Do this throughout your entire schedule. It could be an appointment, it could be a meeting, it could be anything, right? Anything with your kids maybe. Something that is not vibing with you, that sucks all of your energy to where you can't use your energy where you need it. That is what we want to start addressing, okay? Limiting it, moving back on it, becoming more aware of it. How can we reduce it? Things like that, okay? Step 2, you might have routines in your schedule already. These are time themes. Okay, we are going to start making these time themes in your day. All right, so what do these look like? They could be a morning routine, it could be something around your lunch, it could be when you do your responsibilities in your house, it might be when you have to take kids to school, something like that. Those are routines, those are things that you already have in place in your life. We're going to start creating something around these routines that we already have going for us. And if you're like, I don't really have anything, you can just have fun and start from scratch. You get to create it the way you want it, and that's super powerful too. All right, so step 3 here is we are going to assign these time themes. Okay, these time themes have titles, as I just told you. Could be taking kids to school, it could be your business tasks, it could be your morning routine. Anyway, that is the name of your time theme. Okay, so we're going to assign these throughout your day to different blocks of time in your schedule. Okay, so, and to make this really pointed, these can be absolutely flexible and different every single day. Okay, the concepts, the foundation behind it is what we need to keep in place every day. Now, luckily for me, a lot of my days, a lot of my weeks and days are pretty similar. Each day has something slightly different, but we are able to kind of keep to this schedule really, really well. Okay. Step 4 is we're now going to create what I call task buckets. All right, so you take those time themes that you just talked about. Now, what are the tasks that are in it? This is really powerful for business tasks. So, for example, you could have a marketing bucket, okay? So, in your marketing task bucket, you could have post on social, reach out to leads, okay? Things like that. These are inside your marketing bucket. All right. So we have different buckets for different parts in our lives. And so it could be like our household responsibilities, aka chores. You could have different things like that. Load the dishwasher, sweep the floors, whatever that is. Your kid could have a task bucket as well for their responsibilities that they need to do. Okay. And how these work out is really powerful here for step 5. Okay. And so step 5 is we're going to use time boxing. And time boxing for really, really quick is we're going to set a timer for, let's say, 25 minutes, and we're going to work on that task in that task bucket for 25 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, we're going to be done with that task. Okay, we're going to take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break at most. Do not do more than 10 minutes, please. Your brain is like, oh, we're done. Okay, we don't want that. We just want to give it a little moment to breathe. All right. So then after you're done with that little, so that's time boxing. Okay. So you're going to use time boxing to work on these tasks that are in this bucket. Okay. So if you're in a marketing bucket for, let's say, an hour, you're going to look at it, post on social, and reach out to leads. Those are the 2 examples I gave you. So let's say we have to do both of those things. So for post on social, we're going to set a timer for 25 minutes. So we're going to post on social. We can maybe interact on social if we don't have, like, whatever we have to do with social media. That's what you're going to do for the 25 minutes. And then you're going to take a break for 5-10 minutes at most. And then you're going to get back to set the timer again for 25 minutes to reach out to leads, talk to them, comment in groups, things like that. So these 2 tasks are very closely related, but we're making sure we have time for both of them. Let me note, though, on this is that when you're time boxing, you don't necessarily finish these things. Okay, it's not necessarily to completion. And then when you are done with whatever this sprint, essentially, whatever this time block is allowing you to finish, if you haven't completed the task, then you need to go back to your project management system, your task management system, and you need to put in there where you are. This is allowing your brain not to hold on to that information and putting it into a system that is going to remind you later, okay, what you need to do, or remind you when you go back to that task that this is where you are in the process, okay? This really allows you to feel very accomplished, okay? And see an end in sight. That's what these timers help you with, because sometimes you're like, oh man, this project's going to take me forever. Break it up, okay? Break it up to each little task, set a timer. If you beat the timer because you finished it before the timer, fantastic. That's even more dopamine, all right? So by putting it in your task management system at the end, though, you're being able to keep track of where you are in the process, all right? Your progress. Sometimes you'll want to keep working at the end of that timer, and that's totally okay. And as long as your schedule allows it, keep working. All right, you might have entered a hyperfocus of sorts, and all these timers and all these things, like your whole day is gone, but it's also being very productive as well. Okay, and so those are the 3 T's of scheduling. Time themes, task buckets, and time boxing. Okay, I go into this in depth a little bit more in my Streamline Your Schedule to Work with Your Brain masterclass, which is completely free to you if you wanted to really jump in and really dig into this in a more streamlined way with a lot more examples. And but if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them below. I would love to be able to support you in this or create more content that will be beneficial to you. But that is it for today. I am so excited to be sharing this 3 T's of scheduling framework with you today. And like I said, if you want to get more in depth into this, grab my Streamline Your Schedule masterclass below in the description of this video, and we will get all of your questions answered there as well. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because I drop 1 new video for you every single week to support you in your business, okay? Or even your household, right? So we can get more streamlined to where we're having less mental tax on our brain, so that way you can flourish.